Hello, my dear viewers. This is the Dukas Copy webinar, and you are watching Forex Trading with Rakesh. I am Rakesh, your host. Today is 16th of September 2022. I am a Dukas Copy community member, and I am not an employee of Dukas Copy. Therefore, all the views or opinions or the trading ideas that we are going to discuss in this live stream are of my own. We will be carrying out the price action analysis, or you can say the technical analysis. To some extent, we will be using, I think, a few indicators also today, but most probably not, we will not be using. But if possible, I think we will use RSI or maybe volumes, and we'll do the technical analysis of the major pairs. Along with that, we will also take pairs or some commodities or maybe something that any asset that my viewers want me to do the live analysis for. And in this live stream, we'll be strictly talking about the technical aspects of trading, and we ignore all the fundamentals. As a technical analyst, I already know that every piece of information is already priced into the chart, so I will just ignore the fundamental or political ideas, and we'll talk about only the charts. What is chart showing us? Okay, in this program we will only be using the candlesticks, and we'll see we'll try our best to find the important key levels for all the pairs that we see today, and we'll see how we can use those key levels to our advantage in our trading. If you are new to the technical analysis, I would request you to go to our channel's homepage and then go to the playlist section, and there you will find two playlists. One is profitable candlestick patterns and the other one is profitable chart patterns. You go through them and you will see, you will have a hang of what we are talking about here in this session. At the end of the session, I will be taking the questions from the viewers, so I request you to keep your questions in the chat section. So I'll try my level best to talk about that during the session, or at least at the end of the session. Last but not least, everything that I say in this live stream is only for the information purpose or to enhance your knowledge. It has nothing to do with like trading advice or something. It is not a trading advice. So you should do your own research before you put your money on the line. With that said, I think we should quickly have a look at this disclaimer, because the forex trading is involving a lot of risk. So go through this properly, understand this, and then let us switch to the charts. So the first chart that I'm going to show you, as always, is the dollar index, but I have switched to 4 hours. I'm not showing you daily because there's a lot of this, you can see clutters on the daily, so it is not clear to see. So I have switched to 4 hours, so you have a clear idea or clear picture as to what is happening. See, I have not touched this chart whatsoever till now, but I wanted to remove a few things, but I wanted to remove them in front of you. So you see, these two things are of no relevance today. This ellipse is of no relevance, but this rectangle that we had created, we were expecting it to act as a good support and resistance. You see how it was a good resistance in the past, and in the future also this can be an important level. So 110.20 level is an important level. We have tested it today, and from there we got a drop to all the way down. Okay, why there is no tooltip? I think I should. Why there is no tooltip? Come on. Chat. Okay, it is here. So now whatever was the low here can be seen. 109.43 is the low that the price has made after testing the high of 110.14 in this candle, and in this particular candle on 4 hour it has tested 110.24 area. So that means this is a zone of resistance again for the market. From here, reacting for the first time, the price came back and took support here at the broken triangle resistance. But immediately after reaching this, or you can say opening of this candle, the price was again traded to the downside, and now is trying to take support at this triangle's support line, or rising line of the triangle. So the bulls are still strong. I cannot say that the bulls are taken out because they have failed to break this low even or even this low. Till the time 109.12 area or 109.34 area is holding, I think bulls are still strong in the dollar index. And what we can see is from here, while going upwards, this 109.85 and 110.20 can be of good resistance. After that, there is only one resistance, I think 110.76, and on the downside we have support at 109.34 in this market. Euro has again taken support at the level of 0.9952. It has been a very good support in the past, a very good resistance in the past when the price was down, and now it is again acting as a support. Now if the price continues to the upside, I think it may go towards, I am showing you on the 4 hour, it may go towards this region on 21 or 20th of September, and that will be a good reason for the sellers to jump in. Keep an eye on 1.0088. Okay, and if it breaks above this area, then I think we should be looking for buying opportunities in this market. Okay, so now this is the level because the price has made a low here, and yeah, 61.8% is now perfectly, not perfectly, but very much in line with the 1.0088 area. So let us see how the things unfold about this. But as of now, if you ask me, then yes, we have a good support at around 0.9952, and there is a possibility of finding a good resistance near 1.0088 area. GBP USD has broken below the level of 1.1409. This is a break, or you can say this is a breach today. But if we see the closing higher than 1.1409, that will nullify this break below. Okay, now here I really want to add something called as volume. Hmm. 167,937, 100,370. So the volumes are not much. That may not sustain here. I think we will see a closing above 1.1409 here in this market. And if we see a closing above 1.1409, that will open up the way towards 1.1608 here. Okay. But if we see a closing below 1.1409, that will open up the way for further downside. And I have not even calculated that, but we will calculate that if it closes below that. Then on Monday, we will predict the future direction of the pound. Talk about Australian dollar. Daily close yesterday below critical level of 0.6714 has already opened up the way for 0.6569. Here on the 4 hour, you can see after breaking below this and closing the day below, it has tested this level as the resistance today and is still trying to act as a good resistance. Now I think the price will find the support only near 0.6569. On the higher side, we have a resistance at 0.6714. On lower side, we have support at 0.6569. New Zealand dollar in the New Zealand dollar on the similar lines. On the similar lines, you can see yesterday we see a close below 0.5995, and today that area is trying to act as a resistance on the 4 hour as well as on the 1 hour. And every time the price is trying to go in this area, the sellers are jumping in to push the prices lower. 0.5920 is what it seems like can hold as a good support. On the higher side, we have 0.5995 as the resistance now. US dollar against the Canadian dollar is rising like anything. 1.3417 looks very much possible now in this market. Although on the 4 hour, there was a very bad candle. This was a bearish engulfing on the 4 hour, but you see there's only 20 minutes left for this candle to end, and the price is already making hourly green candles. So that means there is a possibility of higher high here anytime soon. but I think as of now we have support at around 1.3223 area and resistance at around 1.3417 in the Canadian dollar, and it seems like the price will be closing high at the higher high than it has already made. Now it has already made a 1.33071 as the highest high today, but I feel like Canadian dollar may fall against the US dollar today, so USD CAD may rise to the new highs. USD CHF, very good holding by the bulls here, the bullish engulfing follow up, and there is where it is going. Now 0.9653 is where the price is trading right now. The next resistance is very far, around 0.9885 area. We may see some buyers jumping in to push the prices to that level, and if we see on the lower side, we have a very good support at around 0.9546 in this one. On the 4 hourly, if you see, the price after closing above this has already taken support at the lower levels. Now I think a breach of this high here, which is a Marubozu, and after that there was a gap down opening. I think above the high of this candle, that is 0.9662, we will see a push towards 0.9885 in this market. So now you know what are the supports and the resistance here. I think you will be able to do the better decisions about your trading. USD JPY, I think a lot of consolidation happening here. We may have to extend our rectangle because the price is not going anywhere. So till the time the price is not coming out of this rectangle, we are not going to touch this pair or even talk about it. So silver is trying to stay inside this symmetrical triangle. You see, yesterday it was trading inside, today tried to went out, but today again it has come inside that. So there is a lot of indecision so as to the price is going down or up. But I think if it tests this falling trend line, we may find good sellers to jump in. If you find sellers to jump in, and they may push the price down, maybe even below 18.30, but till the time this line is holding, I don't think that is a possible scenario here. On the horizontal front, we have a resistance at 20.86 and we have a support at 18.57 in this market. Gold, after a break below 1683, the price is trying to go towards 1683 levels to test it as a fresh resistance. All right, and even the price made an intraday high today, 1680.24. It has already been rejected, and on the 2 hourly we are seeing a red candle. On 1 hourly it is the second red candle. Now will the price rise from here or will it fall back? That only the time will tell. But I think it was an expiry of gold today. I'm not sure about it, but if it is so, that is the other thing. Maybe they wanted to do the expiry above 1680. But you see, I'm not going to talk about that. But still, if you see from the price action point of view, the price needs to close now. Still, the price needs to close above 1808 for us to open buy positions here. Till the time the 1683 is now holding as the resistance, I think we are good to sell this market with a small stop loss above 1683 levels. Talking about the Brent gave a very bearish candle yesterday, gave us a close below 91.49. Today the market is struggling above 91.49. The price was actually above that for some time of the day, okay, for some time of the day, but later on it was only rejected. That level was rejected, or you can say the sellers jumped in to push it back below 91.54. so people are not interested in this price now, they are interested in the lower prices. So you can say that 90.22 is now vulnerable. There is a possibility that 91.22 is taken out and the price heads towards 86.46 in the Brent oil. On the higher side, we have 97.57 as the critical resistance if the price starts going up from here. Euro AUD, very nice move. It may be now headed towards 1.5 to 77 very soon. You see from 1.4319 area, the price has been going very nicely. Today it has taken support at around 1.4881 area, which was our good level, and now only surpassing this high of this particular candle on 10th of July this year. I think that is 1.4978 area. If that is taken out, actually the price today has made an intraday high of 1.4966. Now if 1.4978 is taken and we see a closing above that, then it will open the way to 1.5277 for very sure. Right now the support is 1.4881 and resistance is 1.5277 in this market. USDR is headed towards 17.7830. There is no doubt about that, but the train has already left, so there is no point talking about that now because the train has already left, and 7.78 is what I'm thinking is the next stop for this train. And on the downside we have a huge support around 7.54276. USA Tech, as discussed yesterday, there is a possibility of huge sell-off, and see today there was a gap down and it's still selling off, so it can continue till 10,678. USA 500 also, there was a bearish engulfing at the resistance, and now it is gap down, and maybe sell-off will continue till this line here. So nothing much on that. US dollar against the Chinese yuan seems weak on the daily. Let me see on the 4-hour. Okay, on the 4-hour also it looks like it is weak. Okay, now on the 1-hour, I think even now it is at the resistance, but I will not say you to open the sell positions here because we have a very strong resistance just broken near 6.975, and if that resistance is broken and the price comes to that area from the top, this may provide some support to the price. Now what you can look for is that you can look for a breach of this, you can look for the breach of this daily trend line. Okay, it may give some short-term down move to 6.7160 if this is broken, but till the time this line is holding, I think you should be looking for buying opportunities in this one. Okay, maybe some buying opportunity in this area here. All right, why? Because there is a confluence of supports here. This area may be a good area of support, and you can look for the buying opportunities here. Let's see how the things unfold about US dollar here in against the Chinese yuan. This thing is going to happen near 22nd to 23rd of September. Let's keep an eye on this critical level. Euro JPY, we were expecting the price to actually drop down, but here it seems like holding for some time, and any close above 144.25 this month will open the way to 149.78 and even to 155. But will it close the month higher than 144.25? It seems very less likely because there are a lot of resistance here in this zone of rectangle that I have marked on my chart. So 144.25 is the immediate resistance and 139.38 is the immediate support in this market. Last thing that we are going to talk about today is the GBP JPY. GBP JPY is falling because of the fall in the Great British Pound. There is no doubt about that. But where will it stop? That is the problem. Now it can stop either at this rising trend line, okay, or if it does not stop at this trend line, then there is a possibility that it will stop at this long-term trend line. This is the long-term trend line, okay, that we have created. Actually I should stop marking this line, and this is the long-term trend line. I think this is what we should keep at our charts, and we should not keep the short-term trend lines. But I think I can make short line like this, okay, like this. All right, so either this line can find some support, this is the place where price can find some support, or this is the place where price can find some support. The problem here is that you see from this rise here, if we were looking for a pullback, and pullback is valid only about 61.8%. If the price closes below 61.8%, that means this uptrend is now in a jeopardy. That means there is a possibility that every rise will ask for sellers to jump in and let the price to be pushed down. So if we see close below 163.31 today, that may be an indication that now the sellers are in control of this market. So where is the resistance now? 164.29 is the resistance, and 157.70 is the support. That is horizontal support. But on the way down, this line, this trend line here may offer some dynamic support, and this trend line, this is a very important trend line. I will mark it as daily chart, daily trend line. Okay. So this makes this line as an important one. When I hover to this line, it says that it is daily trend line, it is important. Hello Anwar Usman. I saw nobody here, so I was trying to wrap this up very fast. Actually, I am almost finished with today's session, but thank you for joining in, Anwar. Thank you very much. So if we see a closing below 61.8%, and that will I think open up the way for the bears, and that means that the bears are in control of the market. So we'll be looking for the selling opportunities in this market after that. All right, Anwar, is there anything that you are in now? Do you have any position in the market? Do you want to share something? We have 10 minutes. We have 10 minutes to go. If there is anything that you want to talk about, maybe, or anything particular you are watching in the market, or if you are interested, I will show you something. It is the Canadian dollar against the Hong Kong dollar. I'm short US 100. Wow, great. That's a good position. But at what position did you short? What point? I want to show you something in Canadian dollar versus Hong Kong dollar. Okay. This is a bonus for you because you joined at least today and decided to talk. You said you are short US 100. Okay. I believe that is also going down because here we have USA 500 and USA Tech. Is USA Tech US 100? No, that is US Nasdaq, right? But they go like together. So you see something here, 12,800. All right, so this is what you're talking about. USA Tech is this index, right, Anwar? You got it at the very sweet spot. Who told you to short? Huh? Who told you to short? Did somebody tell you to short? It's a very nice spot to short. You have already got the top. So I think you must be targeting 11,150 something. What are you targeting here? What do you think is going to be the target? 11,150 or 10,678? See, if you're targeting 11,150, then it's fine. It is on the safe side. You will definitely achieve that. But if you're targeting here 10,678, then there's a possibility that this area will act as a support and push the price back. There's just a possibility. Just keep an eye on this one, how the market reacts to 11,083. Okay. So Canadian and Hong Kong dollar, here something interesting has happened. Okay. See, the price was going and taking a support in this region, in this region for a long time. The price has been actually, it was a resistance. The resistance was broken, then it became support, and here there was okay, on daily it is okay, but on the weekly it was held, then there was a close below, then it became a resistance, and now the price has come below all these. I have my own model that I am working on, hold position until next year. Fine, very nice. A system to trade, nice. So you see here something interesting has happened in the Canadian dollar against the Hong Kong. So I believe that the Canadian dollar is going down as per Hong Kong, and the next levels that we should be watching here, I think this area here, 5.78 maybe, yeah, and this area, this has been a good resistance and support here, and then after I started acting as a support here. So this area also is important, actually, this area where the price is trading right now, maybe, yeah, but it has already been breached. So expect some pullback and then sell off, maybe something like this. Or something like this. Don't you think this is interesting? Is it interesting, Anwar? This price action, is it interesting price action for you? Expect some pullback from here, and then maybe for the long term we can short the Canadian dollar against the Hong Kong dollar. I think it makes sense to me, but for you, I don't know. So this was a bonus that I wanted to share with those who come up. All right, guys. I think if you have no questions or queries, Osman, I think we should wrap this up today. And I hope you have got some idea about the support and the resistance levels that are of interest in the coming hours and days. I just request you to please keep only a position where you do not take a loss more than 1% of your entire equity. Okay. And when I say that you take less than 1% of loss, that means you should adjust your position size in such a manner that if your stop loss gets triggered, you should not lose more than 1% of your equity. All right. Now this is very important to keep you alive in the trading, alive in the forex market. And if you're alive to trade the next day, you're always good, because most of the people lose their money in the few weeks, or some in the few days and some in few hours. If you're long enough to trade for a year or so, that means you're a very good trader. Yeah, Anwar is saying enjoy your weekend. Thank you for the bonus. Yeah, you're most welcome. Keep coming here. Let your friends know that we are here. And I am trying to start the Discord so that we can talk. Alright guys, if you have found this useful, you can hit that like button which is below the video. You can subscribe the channel now for daily webinar at 16:30. You can share it with your friends, those who trade anything. They may be trading commodities or something. You can just share it with them. And if you want to get in touch with me, this is my Skype handle. You cannot call me, but you can message me, because my calling is always off. You can message me and I will get back to you. Maybe I can call you back. Yeah, thank you very much for joining in. See you on the Monday. Have a happy weekend. Thank you very much. Bye.